Great. Our kids are also were the first in the city to participate in the Manners program, which was science and agriculture. Our kids are also, let's see some of the things. We're also hosting the solar car competition on our tennis court, where we've been placing the last several years and finding renewable energy and how it applies to us. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what we're doing. So right now, like I said, they have seen the panels being installed every day, and they know what it means because they built houses earlier this school year, scale-size houses that use renewable energy, and they're able to discuss its importance in our community, especially for their futures. Now, some of us, I know I don't look 51, but I'm a little bit up there. Now, they have a few more years left on the planet than I do. And well, we have convinced them, it was not just a high thing, my stakeholders, we've convinced them that in order for them to have great lives, they have to play a major part. They understand what it is to recycle. They understand what it means to grow healthy foods. They know what it means to save energy and leave the planet in a much better place than what we found it, because their generations are going to follow them. So on behalf of Mr. Hicks, our chairman and current CEO, on behalf of Ms. Bradley, our COO and CEO designate, I would like to welcome you and thank you for all that you've done for believing in us and believing in our children. And I want to shake your hand and you for another time, and thank you once again.
I'd like to thank Master Grant and Section Public Charter Schools for being committed to digital energy projects on their campuses. There's a big difference between being well-intentioned, but there's a lot of risk associated with actually taking on a program like this and deciding to move forward. That type of commitment is wonderful because its actions speak louder than words. So part of our commitment, and I think one of the reasons that Friendship wanted to work with the university is that we really appreciate the value that we're going to give back to the school in the form of savings on energy that can be repurposed to the important community mission that you're engaged in every day. And we want to spend more money on teachers, on academic programs, on facilities, by lowering costs of energy. And so they've got a really great track record. I think they're going to look back, maybe they'll save $250,000 a year in energy savings due to this program. They may adopt other programs that add to that over the years. So maybe in 5 years they'll look back and say, no, we started on this one way, now we're saving $400,000 a year. We're repurposing that to educate our community. On top of that, there are a number of young solar installers in the back there, many of whom live within several blocks of campuses that we're serving. national awards.
especially in this project here, which is all the country, for the region, especially for our city. And first of all, Grant, it's always good to see you. And I love seeing our beautiful, very smart scholars here at Friendship. And, you know, Friendship schools have really provided a high level standard for what charter schools and education the urban environment, Washington, D.C. You guys set the market. And Donald Hance is a good friend of mine, and he's someone who really has set the bar to create a model program with our charter schools in America. And you are part of that, so I'm not surprised that the awards and things that you're doing really accomplish with your lives. So it's wonderful to see all of you here, and thank you for our So we also have we've got visitors from London, from Oxus, and so now that I'm in charge of the environment, I turn the heat up just a little bit, so you'll be more comfortable than in London. And so here in Washington, we do our best to be hospitable. And of course, I also have my friend, former chair of the City Council, Kwame Brown. Kwame, thank you for being part of a very wonderful project like this. And to everyone that's involved, you know, the idea that we use the roof of the school to generate electricity. Now, I know you've done this in the classroom and it kind of makes sense, but you're actually doing it. You're going to be generating electricity on your schools to put back into the grid to help provide the electricity that you use in the building. And I know that what I hope that means is that you become aware that every time you turn on a light, every time the building gets warm or cold, that things related directly to the energy that you're generating right on top of your building, you're using in the building. And it creates a very much closer relationship to just, it used to be that electricity is something that's everywhere at all times. But now, you know, people talk about global warming, climate change, these challenges that we're going to need you to help figure out. So you go ahead and get educated with scholars and leaders and help figure this out. Work groundwork so that you have a good place to build from. I know that when I became the director of the environment for Washington, D.C., I said, you know what, Mayor Bowser, we're going to need to add energy to the title with environment, because you can't separate energy from the environment. They become one and the same. And how we treat the environment and how we remit our energy now is one and the same relationship. So the mayor is committed to that. We have a city that's providing leadership under the mayor to the country. And you noted that. We have what we call more Energy Star buildings. Have you ever seen a little Energy Star label on like a microwave or something? We now put those on our buildings. And so we now have more Energy Star buildings than anywhere else in the nation. 2 years ago, there were 6 buildings in LA. Now, more than 12 buildings ahead would be the place to go. And now we are continuing. We're putting more green roofs. Everybody knows what a green roof is. And that's where you grow things on top of your roof so that it doesn't get so hot. We have more green roofs going on to our buildings the past 4 years than any other city in the country, because that's how we're going to cool the city down. And now, with our smart roofs that are here with solar, they know that they can install the green roof with the solar roof, so you get both. That really is the cutting edge, and we support that as well. So thank you to everyone being a part of this. I know that as we, it's kind of a new territory. We're in an urban area, but we want to install solar. So we don't have a lot of farmland. We don't have a lot of big vacant lots. So where are we going to install solar panels? On our roofs. You're exactly right. And then, how, what do? We generate more energy that we need, like on weekends if you're not here. Now I know you have your schoolwork all week long, but if you don't need all that energy, what do? Well, we've got new technology where we're starting to use batteries. And batteries are part of the new technology so that we can be more efficient and smarter. So we're not having to burn coal, we're not having to burn things that create carbon, greenhouse gases that go into the air that can cause global. So you guys are on the cutting edge. All of you are as well. Thank you for your leadership. I'm very proud of all
give them give them a skill set that they can take with them, and then you can take care of your families, and you can train others, i.e. these in front of you, on how to do something. And number one, you're going to be able to give back to your community, and you're going to be able to generate an income. And that's how you build a city. Number two, I want to identify that I keep coming to some of the same people in this field, Mr. Wells, Mr. Brown, Mr. Whitaker, Mr. Winter, just some of the same people, because these people truly believe in our city, and we're dedicated to working with all of our stakeholders. Now I have another friend, Mr. Valentine, okay? And then I'm going to come over to London and check you out as well. So when I come over, and, show me around to some of your schools and some of your projects, okay, that's how it is. So I want to thank everyone again, and I'm going to set it up. Mr. Goff is our Director of Community, as well as Ms. Green. I think she may have gone around. We're going to take the tour on the roof, and this is Ms. Green, who's with our Friendship Community Office, and Mr. Goff, who's also with our Community Office. So are you ready to go see some panels on the roof? Be careful. Don't go too close to the edge. You might have to say that. I'm still a principal. You know how that works. I'm still a principal. Kids, you look at them out the window. I'm taking their photos. Okay.